Greetings, friends. Happy Saturday. The word for today is imagination. And this word comes directly from the Sabian symbol for Virgo 5 degrees Virgo, which is where we are today. This is the quality of solar illumination that is available to you. And so, even before I looked it up, a few minutes ago, in preparation for the message, I was feeling that quality so much today. And I was feeling it especially in terms of the activations from the new moon eclipse. And that quality of imagination, represented by the Ace of Swords in our new moon spread, of the awareness and new insights and new ideas moving within, and the radiation of illuminated consciousness that's coming from our soul connection now to help us. This was the position, the card in position of mind, to help us connect, the card position of spirit, to help us make a new connection to our own inner wisdom and our inner truth. So you may remember from the reading how it's beautiful how the rays of the inner awareness are communicating this activation of new levels of consciousness from the sun, from ourself, from source, to support our ability to connect with our inner wisdom. And so the quality of imagination that's available today specifically refers to a new connection to the non-physical world of nature spirits and angels and guides. And so that is a direct activation of this potential of the eclipse to help us connect to our own self and to source in new ways, to receive new illuminations and new activations. And it's through our imagination, we learn this in Kabbalah, it's through the development of our imagination that we are able to connect to non-physical. Imagination is our tool. And so through the ability to perceive form and then give language to that form, we anchor those experiences and we connect in new ways to our perceptions and our ability to strengthen our non-physical senses in the same way that we interact with the physical world through our senses. Imagination helps us strengthen our non-physical senses of clairaudience and clairsentience and clairvoyance. So all of those perceptions. It's a lot of talking, but what I want you to feel, what I invite you to feel, is this strengthening of your own power of inner awareness, however it comes through. If it's a feeling, if it's a sensation, if it's a knowingness, if it's a language, if it's hearing, if it's a visual imagination of sight, all of those qualities are part of your inner dialogue with yourself and the way in which you can step into new awarenesses of the world within and without. So I was very much this morning, this was my meditation earlier, feeling the activation of inner sight, and I'm working with the Hanged Man to feel my connection within to my own wisdom. And as I was meditating today, I was seeing the images of the animal medicine cards in my inner mind of oyster and earthworm, because those are two cards that I've received a lot this year, and I know lots of you have too, that communicate different qualities of our inner treasure and also our inner vulnerability, and the importance of honoring the treasure within and honoring the vulnerability within. So I pulled out the animal medicine deck and shuffled and asked for a message for today around this ability for us right now to hold space for the new beings and our new relationships with ourself that our souls are calling forward. And so I really did shuffle, and this is the card that came up, Earthworm. So powerful affirmation today that these new qualities of imagination are really connecting us with our authentic true self, and the importance of us holding space for the vulnerability and the freshness and the new beginnings. And these new worlds that we're stepping into are also new worlds in our very own relationship with ourself. So hold space today yourself for your imagination, for your sight, for new awareness and new discoveries about the truth of who you are, and then how that truth of who you are will interface with your world in new ways. Saturday is dedicated to Saturn, and Saturn went direct a couple of days ago, and so all the work we've been doing with our our willingness to shed and release limiting internal patterns, now we'll be able to take that out to the world and start playing in the world with new patterns and new relationships and new forms. So inner and outer, the dance within, the dance without, all of that is part of this new month that we're stepping into. And so today, use your powers of imagination, hold space for yourself, the beauty, the inner beauty of who you are, and the vulnerability and the I love how earthworm, I was even meditating on this morning, how the snake within, the serpent of wisdom, when is also like the vulnerable earthworm, of us connecting with the strength of our inner wisdom in new ways, and a willingness to be vulnerable, and a willingness to connect with that soft internal part of ourselves. So happy Saturday, happy beginner's mind, and have a fantastic day of new discovery through your own superpower of imagination. See you soon.